Okay, let's try again. I have just reset my streaming key and have set it to OBS again in the hopes it would fix it. And it does fix it. Awesome, great, or not great. All right, let's put it over here. Darren, hello Martin. Hey, welcome to the stream. Have you been before? Have you seen me live before, like 5 minutes ago or 2 minutes ago? Because I had issues going live, but now it's working. Let me just quickly plug in. Dima, guten Morgen Martin, Grüße aus Deutschland. Hey, Grüße aus den Staaten. Back to Germany. And welcome to the stream. It's quite late or early. Actually, it's early, right? What is it? 6:30 right now in Germany? Morning? And let me just do a live story for Instagram with you. Early 6:30. Yeah. All right, live on YouTube. I had a thought, so let's just have a look at. So we do have Engine X again and everything, but let's just go to the root. Got up late though. So you just got up? Are you prepping for work now? Swipe up to join. I'm just gonna write that for Instagram, should be enough. And if we are good, then we're gonna finally have our website up and running properly and not like this. Dima, if you haven't seen my website yet before, you can hit my website up using this IP and that port. Port is important because right now I don't have anything resolving or managing the request coming in at port 80. So let's say, let's join YouTube, swipe up to join, and peace smiley. Already finished? I am. Let me get the live stream link. Right here. Not in YouTube, but on YouTube. And let's have it look a little fancier. It looks great. Thanks for sharing the process. Hey, this is something I really enjoy doing because I feel like I do make progress streaming every night at least an hour or two side projects that is not work related, and by that not only am I making progress in these side projects, but I'm actually finishing them. And I could have finished this website already by just not messing around with Docker, but I wanted to mess around with Docker on the server to have a easier life later on with newer upcoming projects. Okay, posted that. Now, Engine XT says it fails because of something. Could Startup, open error log. Permission. Oh. Configuration file looks good. Test is successful. Docker is an amazing tool. I love it too. We're using it for everything. It just makes sense, right? do you by chance know what I didn't try it out actually. So what I wanted to do is let's say service. Oh, we don't remember. I once had a colleague that built a Docker container to transfer SVN projects to Git. I have never used SVN. I'm not that old. The first tool I used to, the first version control tool I used was Git. Stop. Oh, we really don't remember. So Nginx, let's see, server Nginx right here. Just service, stop. So what I'm gonna look up is how to remove Nginx completely. We looked up this once before, so we can do that. But someone said here, I think this was it, right after. That one. This should remove our Nginx. Yes, basically uninstall it. I want to uninstall it because now when I say Nginx-T, it shouldn't work. It does still work. God damn it. Service Nginx stop. Still there and working. Let's do this. Remove everything because we even after uninstalling, we still have this folder. I don't like that. So yeah, remove everything you can find regarding Nginx. Why is my camera so wide angle? You know, I have like black bars up here and down there. I wonder. Let's see, can we change it to, no, that's too small. That's too big. Couldn't make it even HD. No, we don't need it that big. Hey, look at this. It fixed it. Just switching between. All right. Didn't it? Yes, it did. All right, now we shouldn't have any. Did we just lose the connection to the server? No. No Nginx anymore. No such file or directory. This is perfect. And then also, this one doesn't show anything. So, what we do have is this. What? Why would this port not be used? Or why wouldn't it show my port? Let's see. Device type user bit nodes. Select files. This task. Alright, that's fine. So what I wanted to do is, since we are having our Docker container up and running for our project at this port, I want to set up once again Docker, Nginx and Docker like this, but like this. Basically, configure Nginx. Oh yeah, install Nginx, right? Install Git, install Docker. Configure Nginx. No. And oh yeah, here. This one. All good. This is live. Are you going out for Pokemon Go? Ooh. Takes the whole family.
Is it regular or diet?
All right. So, Pretty, where did you leave your phone? Do you want to call your phone? Let's have a look. We just started to get into Pokemon Go again. I just started completely over because my account is gone. God damn it. Okay, we have Nginx config still. Do we have our Docker? We do have everything in here. So what we can do is Docker compose app-d. Let's just do that. We shouldn't have any images or container created from before. I remember deleting everything, and my thought right now is, since we will have our configuration files outside the container, have fun, Pretty. I'm gonna have Nginx up and running, and I don't know, but that's what I want to try, is that whenever I'm exposing a port to the host, for example my Martin Lasek project right now, that is up and running and is binding the internal container port 80 to the external host port 8001, and this port mapping is the host is able to say access that container through that port, and I'm curious about whether other containers do see this port too because they're on the host. So what I'm trying to do right now is see if we see what's up and running. This is up and running. Let's have a look into default conf. This says localhost 8001 and everything should go in there, but I think we should change this one into underscore. So let's try. Let's have a look again at Docker compose. This would say current file should go into conf-d. I don't know if conf-d or sites enabled is the right say directory for Nginx to pick up the configuration, but we can try. And then also it maps 80 to 80, so that's fine. So let's edit this one again and try saying underscore. Let's also look up, I mean we can try, but then also afterwards we could just look or Google it, saying to this upstream, and hopefully this port is visible to that container, although it's in another, it's another container exposing that or mapping that. Docker compose, we will have to restart, I think. Let's Docker compose ps. It's up and running. And if we hit up 8001, this should still just serve our site. And if we hit up 80, it says bad gateway, but Nginx is responding to us, but it says bad gateway. Server name. upstream backend proxy pass. That's interesting. Dynamic. Let's see right here, make Nginx to pass hostname of the upstream when reverse proxying. That's not what we are looking for. Let's see. Listen to 8080. Why is this so weird indented? Let's have a further look. Proxy pass, or why are all of them using proxy pass? I wonder. I like the highlighting here. It's pretty clear. Easy to read. Let's say wildcard. Server names. Server name, server name, server name. Ooh, regex. Server name, whatever. Stir. Syntax. Default context. Sets configuration, whatever. Default is just like this. Do we want to try that? And then reload. All right. So the thing is, we are saying bad gateway, which I think it is resolving that one and tries to get into this one. What we could do is say, if we look into the Nginx, inside of it, it should have etc sites. Nginx, of course, sites. God damn it, what am I doing? Let's have a look. Doesn't even have sites enabled or whatever. Interesting. Cyber, hey Martin, I'm mad at you. I was refreshing my page for 30 minutes yesterday. You said the live stream would start at 8 p.m. Hey mate, sorry, yes, 30 minutes is such a long time. I was super late. And also today, we were on the way, and I was also like 15 minutes late to the 9 p.m. live stream. So I'm trying to figure out what time is better, because right now, today we start at 9 p.m., but I think while I'm in LA, I might start at 3 p.m. my time, which might be, if there's a 9-hour shift, midnight in Europe. So yeah, I'm still trying to say adjust. Sorry about that. But we're not missing out. We're not leaving out the live stream. Still live streaming every day. I had so much homework this week. I could watch you. It paid off because I have no homework for this long weekend. We have a holiday this Monday in the US. That's good. No homework then. If we look into Nginx and conf.d, we should see our default. This is ours. Has this one, so it's taking it. Martinazek, and then this port. I think this container is just not aware of the other container, and I don't know if we look at Docker containers that are up. This is the image, this is the name, right? I just don't know how I would put them into the same network, but have them be, and the issue as well is that I just installed Nginx natively on server and it wouldn't work at all. Like I would not even get this response. It would just not listen to port 80. I don't know why. And this is something that is indeed frustrating because I'm doing I'm purging everything. There's no Nginx whatsoever. Then I'm freshly installing it and it doesn't work. And I would expect it to work just like that. This is how it should be. You install it, you run it, and you basically have Nginx responding to you. And now I have this container that works, but this container has no connection to the other one. So make Nginx container aware. So how to run Nginx as a container, for example, right? We can access it, great. But if people say how to, I also found the problem in my app. I will fix it when I get up from my bed. Too lazy, just got back from the gym. Hey, good, you went to the gym. So you should feel great, right? So you have a little bit you deserved to rest for a little. That's at least how I feel sometimes. If I went to the gym and I'm afterwards sometimes super tired, I would just nap for 30 minutes and I feel like I'm allowed to. This is something I want to get into as well with Let's Encrypt. That's something we want to have. So we will have our current Nginx. With that, certbot is an image called certbot. Interesting. Let's bookmark that for later. But if someone does an article about how to get Nginx up and running in a container, I would expect to also show how to use it, because that's the purpose. If you want Nginx in a container, you want this container to be able to serve or actually load balance towards other containers. That's at least how I view it. You should try going to the gym. 20 minutes isn't enough time. Use some plates. I did that for 10 years and I never was so lean. I never became so lean. I was running 3 to 5 times a week plus going to the gym, and I never ever got so lean then stopping all of that, running and going to the gym, just stopping completely and doing a 20-minute workout per day, just that, body weight only, and continue eating whatever I want. And suddenly I really got super lean. So this workout that I composed, no one would believe that. Everyone I would tell would say, yeah, it's your body, whatnot. And I can only say, I mean, I know my body for actually 12 years. When I started working out, I was 17. I started working out, and again, super heavily, like 5 times a week. And I know, and I tried various things, like go more into condition when using plates, like weights, low weights but high repetition. And then I went, after some years, I tried out higher weights, lower repetition. None of them worked that good as the 20-minute workout. And I never ever had so less fat either. So yeah, that's just based on my experience. And that's beating it all. Use pre-workout, it helps, plus making protein shakes helps. Also creatine makes your muscles big. Yeah, I don't know. I was always looking into getting enough protein in, so I would eat chicken. Whenever I eat meat, it would always be chicken. I would eat 1 or 2 dinners a day with chicken, which has a lot of protein, like a lot. And I would eat protein yogurts, like 1 yogurt would have 20 grams of protein, so I would get some in. And yeah, I fear of getting big muscles. I don't want just big muscles. I want just my muscles to be defined, and that worked out. I mean, I'm super happy right now. I don't see any reason to change my workout right now if it works out the way I want it to be, right? So, Fabian, good morning, bro. Good morning, Fabian. What's up? Welcome to the stream. So, I'm trying to find whether this article would actually also set up Engine X. Not only Note. But it seems as if this would not do anything. Nginx container architecture. So this is based on this Nginx image. Yes, we serve this. So you can, alright. That's not what I want. This is not what I want. interesting. Seems like this one would give us information about everything regarding Docker whenever we spin up a container, which could make it interesting to automate some. Whenever I spin up a container, to add like in the upstream based on just the port that was exposed. That is also provided here. But yes, this is what I want. App, and Nginx. Not plus necessarily, but it's just Nginx. When you're done working out the maximum amount of time you can wait to eat or drink proteins. So I read into that, and yes, like I would not, it's definitely not said it's a waste afterwards, but the time window of 30 and 60 minutes is like where you get most out of it. If you eat afterwards, you're still gonna grow. You just didn't leverage it the best. So it's not necessarily a waste where you just like not grow at all and it doesn't have any effect. What I do as well is this 20-minute workout is so intense and has literally like no pause, almost no pause between all the exercises. Since it's so high intense, you will have just the afterburn effect from it, and you basically, if you do it every day, you just continue leveraging the afterburn effect, so you burn more calories just by doing nothing but sitting or even sleeping. So connecting your apps part 1. Hey, that sounds good. Let's see. Is that, how long is that website? I don't see a scroll indicator. The monolith architecture. People think that working out will get your muscles big. Working out makes your outer tissue of your muscles rip. Eating protein will make bigger tissues on top of their muscles. So that goes into, like, this is going deeper than my knowledge reaches. Like, I'm not an expert, right? By any means. So I can only speak from experience and what I have read and studied about, like, the biology, because I really like the biology behind everything. And I haven't read into what happens. I mean, I do know if you, for example, work out, then of course you're breaking up, or you're eating protein, basically your muscles, and you do want to serve them so they not only heal but also grow. But anything behind that, I'm out. So let's see, the microservice architecture is that application, whatever. But can you give me a tutorial, or is it just like, no, great. Not a help at all. Yes, super great, but why wouldn't it? Show me how. Okay, we got it. And then we have a static site. Okay, but yes, we did that too. Files from the host. But we want 80 ounces. That's gonna be, that sounds reasonable. Sounds reasonable. I mean, I like water. Water is the only food that has, that creates a calorie deficit, like 100% calorie deficit. There's lots of other food that will create calorie deficits as well, just like cucumber and whatnot, but not 100%, which means drinking water actually makes you not earn calories, but burn calories by drinking it. That is something I found pretty interesting. I mean, it makes sense too, right? So let's see. This is all about Nginx Plus. And it didn't help us either. Great. This is awesome. I could also read into Traefik or start reading into Traefik, but I feel like before I do so, there must be a solution to it. For example, I could also say expose port from one container to another. Install socat in your container and a startup at a startup run gotta get my lazy butt out of bed and solve this weak kind issue. It's in Firebase functions. By the way, I've been looking to find a code in Swift the whole time. What do you mean you were looking to find a code in Swift the whole time? Network host. That's interesting. I think this is what we want. Okay, Docker compose network host. Services, whatever. I want to specify networks. To check usernames, I thought that there is a code in Swift that checks it in Firebase. Firebase does it itself. Ah, nice. So you solved it? It seems like you solved it then. That sounds good. Network mode host. Let's just do that for our Nginx too, which should solve it, hopefully. Network mode host. I joined 2 Discords like you told me, Swift and Firebase Discord. Nice, and people were able to help you there. That's awesome. It's great to be part of a community like this. Okay, is our server gonna respond to us? I don't know. Is this gonna happen? So I just got an email back from Niantic for my Pokemon Go account, my old one, and it seems like it's gone. It's gonna be gone forever. Oh, there we go. Let me send this guy a gift. Let's get back onto our server. Well, maybe you missed something in the docs. Well, yeah. I don't know. If in the docs they describe anything regarding how to connect two containers to each, like to another, maybe. But if this is working, right? Say network mode host. Let me just see. Yeah, I can do that before the build or anything. I wonder if a restart would be enough. Dima, if you have any idea, I mean, you probably already know by now what I'm trying to achieve. If you have any idea how to solve that at all or better, you're welcome to chime in. Oh yeah, I couldn't find that, so docker compose, restart. Let's see, restarting. Bad gateway. I'm sorry I was in and out for the stream because I had to do my morning routine. Hey, no worries. Priorities. Absolutely no worries. I wonder... Let's do that again, just because it's more convenient. So this is working. So I didn't even understand what you want to achieve. So what I'm trying to achieve is, if you look at my containers that are up and running right now on the server, I only have two, just two containers. One is Nginx, that's up and running and binds the port 80 to 80, so container port 80 to host port 80, and I have another container up and running, and that is essentially just my project container. That is binding its inner port 80 to the host 8001. Now that means on my server I have two containers. The one is listening to 80 and the other one is listening to 8001. I want, if a request comes from an inside, to have my container that has Nginx and listens to 80 handle that request and basically load balance it to the correct application. Right now I have only one, and using an upstream configuration, I'm specifying it should resolve to 8001. And this is currently not working. Like if a request comes in, it cannot resolve it because it does not know about the other container. It does not know about the other port. And what I tried was saying that this network right here what I'm trying to do was giving the container of Nginx the network mode of host, basically saying, you know, the music is too loud, bro, very hard to understand. Oh, really? Normally the Docker containers in the Docker compose file will see each other because Docker creates a network for them. Yes, if I specify them, but if you look into my Docker compose, let me check if the music is too loud. Why am I not hearing any music right now? put it on like this. This should be better now, no? You just brought your mic closer. I'm sorry. So yeah, let me show you my project, Docker Compose, and my Nginx Docker Compose. So the project itself, it builds with a Docker file that I have specified right in the same, and yeah, just an argument, and basically just has that. I don't have any other service defined, such as say Nginx based on an image Nginx. The Nginx, you can see it already, and I have configuration on my host. So what I was wondering is if I would specify Nginx as well, I don't know, would it right away connect to that container, or would it spin up yet another container, you know, in the same? Why aren't both containers in the same Docker Compose? The reason why is this is just one project, right? But I want to have, say, this is Martin Lasik, but I want to deploy tomorrow, say, yet another project that is not Martin Lasik, like a second say website, and I want the same container of Nginx to handle the requests, because I'm binding to port 80, right? We have on our server just one port 80 that we can bind. That's my thinking. So maybe you have a better approach to it, but that's where I'm coming from. So basically, I don't know how it works if I say, hey, I've specified Nginx in here too, and in the other project I specify the exact same Nginx, whether this would use the same container where I have then the configuration file. So I could try that. Let me see. That would mean we could remove the Docker host mode and say Docker Compose here, and just specify Nginx and say image Nginx, just like that. I think if you create a Docker network where both containers are in, then you don't need to expose the web container port, and Nginx will reach your web container under the name of the container. It will reach it under the name of the container, but how? Because if you look at the, now that's the thing, that's the thing. Each project that I'm running, I don't know what backend do you use? Are you using Node.js? Are you using Vapor, Dima, or are you using some PHP framework as a backend? Because whenever you spin up your backend, you have to do that on a port, right? So you can access your backend. Now, every project that I'm spinning up, usually locally would just bind to port 80, but you cannot have two projects bind to port 80 because it's already in use. So what I do is then, okay, project A would bind to 8001, project B to 8002, project C to 8003. So I can just deploy one project after another and just count up the ports. And now I want Nginx to be able to say, hey, if martinlasik.com is hit, then upstream to 8001. If I don't know, swiftdeveloper.com is hit, please direct to upstream 8002. This is what my approach was here. If I define my proxy path, Martin Lasik, I define my upstream up here and say, hey, if server name martinazzi.de or whatever is hit, just direct it to 8001. We normally use Traefik for what you are trying to do. No need to bind a port because the host wants to see your web container. Only Nginx container will reach your containers. Yeah, Traefik was brought up by someone else too, and I thought I might not need it. But if you're bringing up this one as well, then this might be you really should have a look into Traefik. Yeah. Well, then it sounds like I will have to have a look into Traefik. Because by the container name for the upstream would mean I might have to specify right here instead of localhost the container name that is created, and I will have to know that, and the container name might change based on how you name it here and whatnot, right? Or the folder even, because it grabs that too. So yeah, I think maybe Traefik would be the solution. Dang it, I really wanted to, keep it super simple. With Traefik you can have different DNS names and Traefik will direct it to the right Docker container. Exactly your use case. So I'm trying, okay, let's see. If you say they would be on the same network then, that would mean that I don't need to expose the port, but that would mean I have to specify in the project the port. And this is something I did want to avoid. So it makes things simpler if you define certain rules, you have to remember them and maintain them. Alright, quick start Traefik. Image, admin security provider document, port 8080. So I understand that's the interesting part. I would actually at some point would want to get into Docker SOC and see what's happening there whenever I spin up a container to see what information we can get from that SOC. But now you can launch Traefik, start your reverse proxy with them. File and add the following at the end of your file. Labels. Host. Interesting. So I can actually say host and I can specify how it should be reachable. Google for Traefik and click on the first German link. So you say that this resource is not good because code fabric. This one. It's older, isn't it? 2.0. Okay. Networks web. Same. Really, I do have to set up a network? It's from my company. It explains it very simply. All right, let's see. Labels. There we go. It's basically the same, except that it also says I have to have a network, whereas this one says I can just do that without the network and without having to set up a network. And it says okay, subdomains. I don't really need subdomains, but someone's coming back. I see, that makes sense for the future. That makes sense to separate the networks between the containers that are serving requests from the interweb and the communication to the database. That is then only possible from the application itself. That's going to be super interesting then later on. Okay, let me see. For now, let me just get this one. It's a bit complicated, but it would be great once set up. Not this one. Zone number 5. Not 6. But 3. And another try. Yes, I am. What's up? What happened?
My hunter, he told me I was gonna become lucky.
You scammed her again?
And my hunter was 200 CP more than his. And then we traded it. It was not lucky. And my hunter is 800 CP now.
And now he has the better one that's lucky? Or what?
No,
it's not even lucky.
Not lucky, it's just for high CP?
Yeah, it was supposed to be lucky.
But it's still the fact
pretty.
Open it. What is wrong with it? I put it open. That's where I don't mess up my Yeah, I got your Pringles.
Hey. Dr. Pepper. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's the fuel of the next century.
It's not expensive here, I think.
Is it? How much was it?
$9 on sale.
How many?
20?
20 cans or?
Because wasn't it $8 at Walmart?
I think we paid like
Fair. Walmart versus Walmart.
$2.50 for 6 bottles.
Yeah. You can't compete against Walmart.
There are no limits to competition.
Sounds good.
Hi. Togi. Hi, baby. Did you know your daddy did?
Thank you for getting Dr. Pepper for me.
Whatever. You cheated me too. Are you still playing? Still?
Yes.
Oh, you wanted me to? It's not cold though. Oops. You sound like a. What is it? Well, not bad, but not late. I don't want to. My back hurts. Bye. I'm gonna brush up on my Pokemon Wikipedia.
Feel free to remove the fridge or organize the fridge however you want to put your Dr.
No,
Pepper.
don't. It's a trick. She just want you to clean or reorganize.
No, I'm just saying so you can make room for your Dr. Pepper. But try not to make the doors too heavy because the thing might fall off.
Hurt?
Like this one.
The door, the fridge falls off.
Like this one. What's only this one that we've noticed? So like this one will start.
Okay, this seems like a lot of things, quite a few things I don't understand about this Tommel. For example, the antics are not true. Sorry? Sorry for crashing your stream of Traefik, but I think that tutorial is exactly your use case. Yeah, I think so too. It's totally fine. I was pointed to Traefik before too, and you're just say underlining it. So we're creating the network web. That is fine. Okay, that's the file. Entry points, HTTP, address 80. API and Docker, I don't. What's API and Docker? What does it mean? Why? I kind of can conclude what this one is for, but what is this one? But this one would say I'm creating a request, get request to localhost, and putting my service localhost into the header, right? Exactly. Or I'm actually putting this one to, and then I say where it resolves to. But I hope it will help you. See you later, Dima. See you later. Thanks. Let's see. I'm back. I'm installing Firebase functions, basically installing Node.js. Alright, progress. Moving on. But this one will just resolve to this IP. Essentially, all IPs of all containers are. Is that already? That could be interesting. Because if I have to specify that as a domain, but that is, I don't know how to specify multiple domains. That's the thing. Here, this is just one file for the Traefik. But how am I specifying for Docker, say, multiple domains to have it resolve? Can I just specify it like that, just multiple domains? Shows this IP. Scale, interesting. Here we go, let's see. What if I can specify multiple entry points? Entry points, name that one. This is what I thought. Entry points web secure other. God damn it. Why am I doing this at night? Ocean. Yes, please. Why so complicated? Default entry points HTTP HTTPS sounds good. Now configure web provider which gives you access to a dashboard interface. This is where you pass the output from that. Web path basic. Oh, you want to actually secure your dashboard from the outside world. Makes sense. No Docker and pause. Got it, and stand is up and running. Backend is kind of a blog. I'm reading right now. I am talking. I was quiet. There are 4 people right now watching me.
Don't share.
I will give you a stronger one for. I will. 2016. Give me a tweaker 2016.
This is another scam.
Okay.
Everyone just scamming me today. I'm too nice. Stop.
Give me a weaker mod choke. Choke. I'm gonna evolve them for you. So it's something stronger. You wanna do it? And then you will have a strong roll.
I have a August 802.
That's stronger.
This is the weakest one I have. You're still not giving me a good one. Never trust a shoulder. Are you sure? I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. Traefik. That's exactly what I want. Traefik it is, guys. Traefik it is. Sudo non-root user and a firewall. Well, we do have a sudo non-root user. Docker installed, yes. Docker was installed, yes. The domain and the 3 IA records. No, but we don't really care, I think. Do we? Do we actually? what I can do is, I mean, martinalec.com, I can keep it as is, but the E we could already specify a DNS record, point to our new server, which is this one. Let's log on. I don't have a spare battery. Yes, let's ask.
It's AAA?
Yes. Steve,
What?
do you by chance have a AAA battery for me?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I have to check. I don't want to scam.
In the end, it's gonna be an empty battery. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send an DNS record right here to a different IP. It's gonna be this one. Here, update, and be sure to click save. Got it. Save here. Update. So IP version 4 for everything.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks.
I gave you 4. See? Didn't scam. Not like Susie.
He hasn't tested it yet. It might not work.
Later on, I have to give up all my Pokemons. For that. Yes, noise cancelling.
I have to say.
These suck if there is no noise cancelling on.
Mine are pretty good. She gave them to me.
Oh no.
After we gave it to her.
Really?
Oh, if I'm
You-
close, I
you-
will.
Ah, alright. Regifted. I thought you wanted a headset.
I do. But I just use yours.
Yes, you can. Miami Web Lab. Here joining you coding as well. Hey everybody. Hey both of you. Welcome to the stream. So just set up the AAA record. DNS record. Not AAA was the battery. So if I say the E, it still resolves because sometimes DNS records will take up to 24 or even 48 hours to update. So, oh, did I have to hit save changes too? So now the E oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. Should point to a new IP. And at some point we'll point to our server that's not working, which is fine yet. Configuring and running Traefik. So we will use that to run Traefik. It's documented. You can quit that. We'll use whatever to create a password. We won't do that. We can just use OpenSSL probably. No, go back. server terminal snippets. Where are we? There we go. OpenSSL rand base 64. I don't like how... Oh, broken pipe. Alright, there we go.
You should have done that. It's so
See, we can create random stuff here too, without installing stuff. So... Gonna use that one to configure. Add to named entry points that all backends will have access to by default. Okay, let's do this. Server tap now. Traefik. Could actually say docker stop this one, and that should not resolve anymore to anything, which it doesn't. That's too long already. Alright, and here we can say terrific Tomo. Should say create Traefik config file inside that also means on Traefik instead Nginx. Okay. Got it. Zelda, yes, well, you recognized it. Default entry points. Oh, interesting. So that's the entry points. default entry points. Martin, I'm running the command in terminal Firebase deploy. It says that it could not locate Firebase JSON file. What now? Are you in the right directory? Seems like you need a Firebase JSON file in the directory you're running Firebase deploy. I haven't worked with Firebase before, but it could be that issue. And if you don't have a Firebase JSON at all anywhere, you can Google exactly that it could not locate Firebase JSON file. Configure web provider which gives you access to dashboard interface. This is where you'll pass. Okay, web provider. Let's say that. Thank you, pretty. Ooh. This is good. Dr. Pepper. Okay, we got this. So we want to add some more stuff to our file. Web address, web authik basic, and your encrypted password. We can try that. Or we can also just try. Wait a second, it's encrypted password. It has to be encrypted, that's why. This one didn't specify. Wait a second, this one, right? It didn't specify anything like this. Also, interesting enough, it wouldn't say anything about defining the entry points we're using. It just uses it right away. Here we define them. I already did Firebase Unit, let's go! I did Firebase Unit just in my regular terminal, I didn't CD to my app, I deployed. You got it! Awesome! So that was not in the right directory done, right? Good, you found it out! Let's see. whether we can skip that whole thing. Password. What if this is just the outcome of secure password? Could be. Basic authentication for the Traefik health check and monitor dashboard. What if we skip this? When, you ask? Time will tell.
What?
Someone asked something and I said time will tell. Martin, when will you propose to Susie?
I'm gonna say no.
She's gonna say no.
It's true.
I don't think they can see her.
They can't? They can't. They can't.
I think now.
It's like the Super Mario thing.
Yeah.
When they get the coins, like ding.
Cling.
This thing.
Mm-hmm.
Toki, come here.
Run, Toki, run.
No. Oh, so soft.
Where was it? Where was it? Here. That's the plan. Yes. Did our pipe broke again? I don't like it if that happens. It's too slow. Just too slow. Yeah, but that should not be. No, this is not the way to go. There's still some ongoing. Yeah. Traefik already exists. Read only. Edit and recover. Quit. Abort. Edit anyway. Let's just do that. Put that in here. Put that in there. Okay, let's put these in there too. Entry point HTTP is 80 and redirects to entry point HTTPS, which is this one. That's 443. Entry point TLS. We are defining an ACMA section. I feel like we can just create things here, either existing using existing things or creating something like that. Running Docker network create proxy. We didn't create. How are you doing, Martin? Harman, hey, I'm doing great. How are you? Welcome to the stream. We're right now setting up Traefik as a reverse proxy to handle the requests to our applications we will have in the end. So same file as probably. Only be able to use this file if the root user inside the containers unique read and write access to it. Okay. But also like done. Traffic container with this command. I don't want this command. Let's do rather this one. Network is gonna be a proxy. Name of this container is specified. And externally true. It's not specified here at all. Okay. Might be able to just say check. It's basically the same, right? Docker sock. Why am I having RO back there? to run Docker sock and run Docker sock. It's basically the same. And then we have the Traefik terminal, which is currently here, and Acma.json. Oh, nice. We also have Acma.json. That should link to Acma.json. As it seems. What language should I choose for Firebase? Functions, TypeScript or JavaScript? Well, if you're familiar with JavaScript already, I would just stick with JavaScript. TypeScript is something on top of that you will have to learn how to deal with it. I myself try to keep things as simple as possible and only go more complicated if necessary, as for example for this one. So this should run Traefik. It says Traefik version. I did an oopsie right there. Oh, you're right. That works. Where? There we go. JavaScript. I would say JavaScript. We're starting. Why? I think it has restart always, and that's why it's. If there's something wrong. Let's see, field not found, not redirect. Field not found.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah.
Hmm. He's using the Traefik 1.3 even. It's even older. What if that is the issue? What if look at that, that's up and running, is it though? Nope, it's restarting. Don't get fooled. Nice, sounds good, Cyber. Sounds like progress for you. So that worked for us too. So far. Crap, you can't write functions in Firebase. No, I need to write them in a separate app like code. So you have to write your own backend, basically. This should actually already be working, right? If we look at it, that's essentially the same. Let's build it again. Hey Martin, Michelle, hey, what's up? I wonder why this server is just not working. Now even my own application can't be reached. I was staying somewhere near Hollywood. That's where I'm at. It'd be cool to meet up sometime. I'm actually I don't know if I'm close to Hollywood. I don't think so. At some point in the future, I'm planning to join meetups, Swift meetups or whatnot, and announce that as well, so people can join there too, and we can all meet on that event. So that's already updated. Page not found. Interesting. That response is interesting. Huh. Let's just double check we have this correct. Now, correct everything. Yeah, without the also without anything else, although I don't know what this and this is for. How do you find out about Swift meetups? Oh, easy. You just go to meetup.com. And then you just say, for example, JavaScript, LA web dev or full stack, let's say 50, JavaScript LA meetup. So same about LA Swift, learn Swift LA. You can just join them. They will tell you when events are happening. So the last one was just in July. this would be our server, expose 8080. Proxy. Let's see. If that works then. Because it essentially means should be able to choose that. Like this. Now updating my computer because code doesn't allow to open if I don't download the software. Oh my god, I'm just trying to solve one issue. I feel the same. I feel you. Just trying to solve one issue and I have to do so much overhead. Hey, but fingers crossed you already made so much progress. So you're gonna continue making progress. afterwards. Docker domain. Okay. The function is for you to choose your username. That's why I had, but this creates the name, the same UUID name. That makes people have different usernames. Dorinel, hey, Dorinel. Waiting to have this finish. So I wonder if this domain has to match with this one in order to resolve, and then also whether we can just specify multiple domains and it will kind of just look up all the labels. That would be interesting to know. What is the latest comment strip? While this is doing stuff. Alright, we're done here. I wonder... Bad gateway. Is that bad gateway? Let's see. Traefik here, Docker there, and then we say martinlazik.de, for example. We have to restart Docker container for Traefik, but also think this is somewhere else, right? Yeah, the dump head, whatever. So my should have the host.de just like that. And then I don't know about the restart, but we can do that. Doesn't hurt, I think. And we will do the same for Traefik container. Server Traefik. Good night. Docker compose. Restart here too. Let's just see what happens if we hit page not found. I don't know. Port 80, domain martinazik.de. We got this. It doesn't say anything. It says config martinazik.de, host martinazik. Bad gateway. So this is what he's doing. Why is this one the Go logo though? Traefik HTTP routers, my container. Oh, wait a second. What if that is wrong? Whoops, not this one. I'm trying to configure Traefik to have multiple applications running. So that is saying front. Attach labels to containers. How? So Traefik, whatever. And then that. Routers. Where am I? I see that. Oh, this is version 2. Release committed, whatever. Interesting. Entry points, web. And where's the traffic? YAML. 80. Matching port. Okay. Commanded ports, but I wonder that is basic example, right? Basically, saying this is the traffic one, not having any definition. Alright guys, let's stop the stream right here. It's almost midnight. I will probably have to get a little bit deeper into Traefik to set everything up as desired. So, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining the stream. I think I will go to bed now, catch up some sleep. See you tomorrow in the stream. And stream ends as my computer starts up. Lol. Yeah, what a coincidence. So I'll see how we're gonna resolve the issue on the server right now, because I would have done just a normal thing with Engine X, but it didn't seem to work natively, which is weird. So good night, and have a good day if your day just started. See you on Instagram and on YouTube.